Was Westworld's Man in Black a host throughout Season 2? What was the island on Lost? And which Game of Thrones character got a shorter end of the writing stick than Daenerys Targaryen? Keep watching to find out. For 6 seasons, Sopranos had audiences glued to their TV screens with its ongoing depiction of the life and times of New Jersey mob boss Tony Soprano. For the uninitiated, it's often hailed as the greatest show of all time. However, the final episode of The Sopranos, Made in America, had audiences screaming at their television. In the series' final scene, Tony waits for his family to gather for dinner in a diner. As each family member trickles in, the camera takes Tony's perspective and begins to linger on suspicious-looking men entering the diner as well. As the scene unfolds, the background music swells to a crescendo, resulting in a palpable sense of dread. Then, the screen cuts to black before credits roll. At the time, viewers believed their cable had cut out during the show's pivotal moment. In the 15 years since its closing moments, fans debated if the cut to black meant Tony was alive or dead. The debate seemed endless until a 2021 interview between series creator David Chase and The Hollywood Reporter. In the interview, Chase explained he always intended for the show to end with Tony's death. He also said that he felt the finale didn't need to show the death. While The Sopranos will always be remembered for ambiguous storytelling, at least the debate over Tony's death is finally sleeping with the fishes.
What I've been through, it changes the way you think.
HBO's Westworld and its story of AI theme park hosts revolting against their human overlords has riveted audiences and sometimes been hard to understand. Show creators Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy built their story like a well-crafted maze, featuring different timelines and twists galore. More often than not, the show addresses most questions by a given season's end. However, one thread has been hanging since the Season 2 finale post-credits stinger. The scene depicts series-heavy William, also known as the Man in Black, being administered a fidelity test by his daughter before cutting to black. The scene was misunderstood for 2 reasons. The first is because William killed his daughter earlier in Season 2. The second is because fidelity tests are a method for testing the accuracy of robotic copies of humans, but the audience never witnessed the arrival of William's synthetic doppelganger. The stinger threw the entirety of William's Season 2 arc into question and left fans to wonder if William had actually been a host throughout the whole season. To make things more confusing, William returns as the human antagonist in Season 3 until he's killed by his robot copy in the Season 3 finale. So now audiences know who's who, but there's still no explanation for the scene following the close of Season 2. In 2018, Joy told The Hollywood Reporter the Season 2 stinger takes place far in the future of the show. Here's hoping we finally get answers in Season 4.
Everything we've done has led to this.
In the 2000s, Lost followed the marooned Oceanic Flight 815 crash survivors' attempts to survive on a mysterious island. It was an enormous hit. However, when the finale aired in May of 2010, most viewers left asking themselves one question: was the island Purgatory? In its final scenes, the show cuts between alternate timelines. In one timeline, series protagonist Jack succumbs to his wounds from a battle to save the world. In the other timeline, the main characters gather in a church to leave for the afterlife together. Finally, after all of this build-up, the show ended on a lingering image of the original crash site, only it was completely deserted. For years, fans suspected the final scenes meant the show had been a metaphor for Purgatory. For many, the shot of the empty crash site following Jack's departure for the afterlife with the other survivors signaled the show was about trapped souls. Fans also took this to mean no one survived the initial crash. According to Vulture, showrunner Damon Lindelof confirmed the island wasn't Purgatory and that the show's events had all actually occurred as depicted. Lindelof was concerned the impact of the ending would be ruined if it was followed by a commercial, so he added the last scene to give the audience a moment with their emotions. In the end, the main cast leaving for the next life together highlighted the show's true focus: the ways people come together when they're lost. For 7 seasons, audiences tuned in to Game of Thrones for its unique brand of high fantasy and dangerous politics. The show gave viewers plenty of interesting characters to root for and against, but Lord Varys, the ruthless spy master with a heart of gold, proved especially intriguing. Going into the final season, most assumed Varys had a major role to play in the endgame. So when Varys got caught in an obvious plot to undermine Daenerys Targaryen's ascension to the throne and was executed for his betrayal, folks were stunned. His plan? Send letters containing information that would negate Daenerys' claim to the throne in broad daylight from a castle surrounded by guards. While Varys' stupid plan isn't hard to understand and his death served the greater plot, the way it happened seemed rushed to most fans. According to Tinderbox by James Andrew Miller, the Game of Thrones book series author George R.R. Martin was hoping the show would last 10 seasons instead of 8. During interviews with Martin and his agent, Paul Haas, it was revealed that the showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss thought differently. Haas said that they were done with the show and wanted to move on. So while fans may never know exactly why the last season went the way it did, it's likely moments like Varys' death were symptomatic of Benioff and Weiss's desire to wrap it up. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.